Welcome to Oklahoma High School girls basketball between lines with my man Coach Vick. What's up, Coach Vick?
What's going on?
Man, basketball. Man, I ain't recovered from Tuesday night, Coach.
Yeah. You had a game tonight too. How'd that go?
Oh man, Coach. Edmond Memorial came over and played us. They was in a Titan Classic. Didn't get a chance to finish it because of the snow, and so they did a makeup. So they had a game to make up, and we had one game to make up. So I think Coach Rich got his 21st victory. So I think he's sitting at 21-4 right now.
Congratulations, Coach.
Congratulations. But Coach, we got a lot of basketball going on, man. Tough game on Tuesday night. I've never seen a game like that, Coach.
It's weird.
We won, but it looked like we lost. So I'm still, Coach. I'm still.
I think everybody's confused. You won and you lost and they won. Don't sound right, but it is right. It is. It did happen. It did happen.
It happened, Coach. It really happened. It was kind of like a deja vu. Voo.
I mean, I won, but I can't be happy because I didn't get first place. I lost, and I'm happy because I got first place.
Coach, I am so confused. I'm confused, Coach. I mean, this is something we might have to educate the listeners. So, if you don't know, we're not trying to talk about Kyle Albert because I don't want that one show to be mad at us because they thinking it's the Kyle Albert Harris show. But we do talk high school girls basketball. And sometimes when there's a situation, we got to talk about that situation, Coach.
Yeah.
I could talk about the Millwood Boys Falcon team, and it probably make a lot of people happy. We could change our name to Girls Dads Roundup, and bring like 9 guys on and just talk Hell's City, But hey, we bring it, Coach. I'm a little hoarse tonight, man. I'm a little hoarse, yelling and screaming so much, but. We're going to talk Oklahoma High School girls basketball, and it might have to do with Kyle Albert and Millwood City tonight.
Well, I think the thing that we're talking about here is beyond just that game.
Yes, sir.
I think there's something we talked about it on the phone today is I think it needs it looks good on paper, but it's not, I don't know. I'm not blaming anybody because you don't know until it happens.
Yes, sir.
They do the football playoffs, and then they go, maybe we need to redo this. Maybe, and then next year I think there's something to look at that in a head-to-head, it goes by total number of points, not just between each other. Because we were talking about what if I got 5 young ladies with the flu and I get beat by 20 or 15, 14? You're telling me that now I have to beat a healthy team with my healthy squad by 15? The body of work should matter. I mean, even the game against the last place team, get your 15 and then add it to your total. And the head-to-head thing kind of throws me off. I think this is where maybe it might get looked at. I don't know. But I have to think of what if a girl's gone because there's a funeral in the family, your best scorer's gone. Well, you may not win that game. It may not even be close. And then next time you turn around and you beat them. But you didn't win first because you didn't beat them by enough. I mean, I really think it needs to be, we're going to talk about Carlisle. We're going to talk about Millwood City because it was a good game. But that's the game that may change a rule. It may change a rule.
I think you got to do something because I think everybody in that game, they was on the heart was beating. It was a great game. You're talking about and I love the game because it brought a lot of fans out from all over. As you can see, as the girls' game went on, people end up leaving after the girls' game because a lot of people wanted to come see that game. I've heard Douglas people talk about it. Millwood, everybody want to come see a great show. And I think both teams put on a great show. I think you saw a lot of star powers from some young girls, some older girls. Mm-hmm. And then, Millwood City got 4 seniors. They wanted to win district, a team that didn't get in the playoffs last year. Coach Knight has done a great job getting these girls turned around. Yeah. They got a chance to win district. Then they got a chance to go do something big in the playoffs. So at the end of the day, granted, my kid plays on a team, but I still got to get love because that's what the show's about. I can't just say, honk, honk, honk the horn for the lady Titans. But Millwood City played a good game. I mean, got down by 14, 15 and found a way to fight back. And that's what you want to see in a team. I don't care if it's your team or another team. They fought to get back in the game. They did some good things. Had caused some turnovers. Carl kind of panicked a little bit. I don't know why, but they kind of the drum roll, please. They kind of panic a little bit.
I still think you have some seniors, and then you have some kids in between. But it seemed like both teams had strong seniors, strong freshmen, and then they had players in between that were good, but still inexperienced players. I mean, at times you can see inexperienced, and you're going to learn that. You're going to learn that in playoffs, and you're going to learn that carrying yourself forward into the playoffs when you play good teams. When you got to play a team like that to go to state tournament, you're up by 14. Now you have to manage the clock. Now you have to do it, and a coach can only do so much. I mean, I can't run out there and grab Tony J off the floor because he's shooting a shot that he shouldn't shoot. Tony J should know. And so again, learning experience for the team. Both teams. Carl Albert got to learn how to hang on to a lead. Midwest City's got to learn how not to get down by that much because they won't be able to get out maybe next time.
No, and like I said, they did a good job. I think Promise, did a good job as a senior leader out there for them. Mm-hmm. Brooklyn had another great game. Hit a shot. I mean, which I'm still confused, Coach, because the way I look at it, it's only 3 seconds left. Why are we fouling her? Because really we can't catch up. I mean, you're down. We up by 3? And there's no way you're gonna go down and score with 3 seconds left. Play the game out. Hey, take second place and move on. At the end of the day, I think it kind of worked out best for him going that route. You start looking at it on the bracket, but and I'm not the coach, and I'm not saying Richie or Coach Banks or Coach O'Hara. I mean, everybody wants to win, so I mean, I give them the fight. But at the end of the day, you're up by 14, 15. You really want to win district, you keep the pedal going and you keep scoring. You blew you blew some layups, you blew some shots that probably shouldn't have took, and they kept fighting. And they could have easily threw in the white towel and said, "Hey, hold on, coach, hold on."
Oh yeah.
They could have easily took the towel and threw it in and said, "We done." But they didn't, coach. They kept fighting. And that's what it's all about. So that's why I think this team could be dangerous in the playoffs because they didn't quit. A lot of teams like that would have quit. Freshman point guard is doing some good stuff. They could have quit, but they kept fighting. The seniors kept fighting. Drea Walters hit some big-time shots down in the game, hit a 3. I think the 3 hurt. Sadie, I kind of was pretty much shut down the whole game, hit a big 3 when it counted. So they hit shots when it counted, and we missed shots when it didn't count. So, hey, the horn goes off. The horn. It was an alert. But I tell you, though, great game, both sides, man. And Coach, you talk about this. All 3 of them teams should be playing each other. Midwest City, Dale City, and Carl Albert, just because of the rival in the Mid-Dale area, and it brings people out, man. Good crowd, good student body, dressed up ESPN. Couldn't ask for nothing better, Coach. You couldn't ask for another great game. Only thing could have been better could have been on a Friday night. Then everybody could have went to Pizza Hut and got a free slice of pizza.
Yeah. That's we talked about it, and we got lucky with districts this year. We talked about when we first started this show. Let all the Mid-Dale teams play each other.
Yes, sir.
And if anything, it's good for the community. They all know each other, so there's good rivalries there. Now, they do get heated up a little bit at times, but you know what? It happens. It happens when you grew up. Your best friend, you found your best friend and you about ready to go toe-to-toe. And then after that, you're riding your bike home and having a sandwich at his house. It's just competition. It's just competition.
It's a friendly competition. Nobody – I am a firm believer, though. I'm that coach, though. When I coached for a long time, I didn't like my coach. I don't care if me and you are brothers or sisters or cousins. I didn't like you. It was 32 minutes. We're going to play ball. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not going to speak to you. I'm going to be mad at you. I'm going to be mad that you took my toothbrush.
I may tell you to quit crying, Tony, down there on the bench. I'm going to say, hey, quit crying down there for the foul.
Hey, coach, I'm going to be mad. I'm act like you stole something from me. Now, after the game, we're going to shake hands and we going to get a Frosty. But during the game, I ain't messing with you, coach. I ain't messing with you. I'm going to get my plane.
Yep.
And I'm going to get my crowd, and we're going to take off and go hang out. But after the game, we can get back together and become friends again. But like I said, a good friendly. Go ahead, Coach.
No, I said that was good. And that's why I think you got to have those 3 schools play each other at least one time. If twice if you're in the district, if you're not, Midwest City should play Dell City, and Carl Apple should play Dell City. Flipping home and home or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
home and home. And this is what you saw. You saw a lot of people. Popcorn stand was going crazy. The concession stand, the band. I loved it, man. I got a chance to go with OSN, Oklahoma Sports Network, and talk about the game at halftime. Shout out to Jordan and those guys letting us come on. Well, folks, you're going to be able to catch us all through the high school playoffs because Oklahoma High School Girls basketball is going to be, you're going to hear about us on that show quite a bit for the next month or so, talking Oklahoma High School Girls basketball. They're going to give us some shout out because we're trying to grow this platform, and I think we're doing a pretty good job. I think that was cool for them to bring us on and people get to hear about us, not just in Oklahoma, Middale, Oklahoma City. They got 14 other teams they carry, they cover, and then everybody out in Tulsa. Coach, I know you've been busy having some freshmen on, having some comeback kids on.
Yes, sir.
You've been busy. So, and like I said, tonight we're going to talk about a little bit of 6A, and then we'll come back Saturday morning and talk about probably 5A, 4A. Mr. Bonds, don't freak out. We're going to get to your team out there. I know y'all play this week. Like I said, good luck to all the 4A teams that kick off this weekend. And then 6A and 5A kickoff next Thursday. So it's going to be some good games. Everybody know the first round matchups are kind of not, but there's a couple good ones in 6A. Like I said, we went out and played Eben Memorial tonight. They're getting tuned up. I think they're going to take on Deer Creek, a team that's, has been playing good ball, knocking off some people. UConn was in a great position, lost a tough game Friday night.
Norman, wasn't it?
To Norman. Hibble said, wait a minute, I might have signed, but I'm not done yet. I'm going to try to take me and my Tigers and try to win a couple playoff games.
My kid said, hey, I'm coming from the logo.
That's it. So, so UConn, they're going to have to fight. They're going to have to take on the other Norman. They thought they was going to be playing the Tigers, but now they're going to be playing, what are the Norman North? Timberwolves. So another Tiger, but just a different Tiger.
Hey, you know what?
Like you said.
And that's a tough matchup because Coach Hamilton had him rolling for 7 games straight.
Well,
and so they found a little flow there at Norman North now. So it could be a dangerous, that's to me, that might be looking at this bracket. That might be the toughest game of a good team with a winning record going home.
I don't know, Coach. I don't know because Norman's playing pretty good ball. They knocked off some teams. And like I said, they got Choctaw. Choctaw's up and down teams. Coach, I'm still trying to scratch my head. I'm trying to figure this out, and maybe you can help me. How does Choctaw? Oh, wait a second. Let me start over. How does Westmore lose to Choctaw, but Westmore beats Mustang? But Choctaw beats Mustang, but Mustang beats Choctaw, but Choctaw can't beat Mustang. But they can beat Westmore. So I'm confused on that one there.
That's what district does for you now. You go back to like a conference. You play each other twice. You got very familiar with the players. You play one time, and then you come up with a game plan the second time. And so maybe the second time, you got a different game plan. And so, I think that's kind of how it is. Sometimes it's matchups. Sometimes a kid goes cold. If a couple kids go cold, then you don't score. Maybe one team plays zone, one team plays man. I know Mustang mixes it up between different type of zones of man, and some other teams do that. Now, Coach Pete at Edmond North, he's a straight dog. He's straight man.
He's going 32 minutes of man, Coach. 32 minutes of man.
He might have 3 players left on the floor, and he ain't even gonna go 3-man zone. He gonna play man.
He gonna play man. Coach P said, I got to see him the other night. Got a chance to watch his daughter. Went over to the OBU game in Southwestern. Daughter had a pretty good game, man. She transferred back home, and that's what happens, folks. Sometimes you go play that D1, then you come back home, and guess what? She's getting a chance to play, get a chance to play in front of her, mom and dad and sisters. So that's big. Like I said, OBU had a pretty good game. I got a chance to watch them. Coach Bo, he got a couple girls hurt. His top player, number 33, don't know her name. Don't know all the college girls' name. She's playing with a hurt wrist, but she played tough. She shot her free throws left-handed and probably shot better than some of the girls that shoot right-handed, Coach. So so she did a good job out there. Bo, saw him Tuesday night out there catching a great high school game. And that's what it's all about, folks. When you had a great high school game like that and you got college coaches in there, you never know who they watching, who they seeing, who they studying. Like, man, you can always find that diamond in the rough. You go to a game like that, and I think one of our young ladies going to end up getting picked up by him. So hopefully she does. But like I said, There's a lot of great basketball in the state of Oklahoma, and a lot of great girls basketball. I think we got some good 2029s, 28s. I think their rankings came out. I think Brooklyn Miles is number one in that, as he should be. Holmes, some of these names, Kalani. So now it's everybody is 0-0, coach. Everybody is 0-0. So the season starts, this weekend, for 4A, 3A, and 2A, and then 6A kickoff next week. But everybody is 0-0. So no matter what your record was, you could have went 22-2, but now you can go 0-2 and be sitting at home getting ready to get bounced out, coach.
Yeah. Well, you look at third. So we went out the first round this is on the west side. Went down first round. What's your second round matchup that you got that like you want? Who you got?
Well, are we looking on the west side?
West side. West side.
West side. Well, you got, what bracket am I in? Am I the right one, coach?
I mean, you got I give you one while you're looking. Second round. If Choctaw gets by Norman, they got Spopa.
Man, coach, Spopa's a team. I asked a question today. Spopa's a team that beat Edmond North, which everybody think Edmond North and PC North is going to play for the championship. But Spopa said, wait a minute, because we can do that because we already knocked out North. And I don't know if they got enough power to beat PC North because I think PC North is here and everybody else is right here. But that's going to be a great game. But I would have to get an edge to Spopa. Choctaw is kind of playing by a little thread. He lost one of the guards. So, he's having to play, freshman Peyton. Bags and Braggs is doing a good job, and Kenna. I got a chance to see them young ladies tonight. They was over at the game. They're going to be led by the Duvall young lady. She's going to be the one that's going to jump on her back. But who's going to pick up that slack? Is it going to be Navarro? Can she carry it? Because like I said, losing that guard, it does hurt. Yeah. But I think Peyton's played good enough, and Kenna's played good enough, and they still got the young lady that can shoot lights out in Lennox. And so I think Choctaw, can do some things, but I think if they still had Curry, that gives them that extra guard, that senior leadership. But I think Spopa is just too tough for Choctaw. So I can see Choctaw getting knocked off by Spopa in that game, Coach.
Well, you got two teams in the. I looked at this first round. You got two teams that are about very even across the board, and that's Deer Creek and Edmond Memorial.
Man,
I think whoever shows up and plays wins that one.
Well, watching Edmond Memorial tonight, I like number 10. I know you had on your show a good ball player. Yes, a good ball player. I think they got some decent girls, but I think having Adriana Novakovic and then Peyton and DJ, Peyton is growing up. She's not a freshman no more.
Right.
If you get her hot, she can knock down 6 or 7 threes. If DJ can stay out of foul trouble, she can do some big things too. But they're gonna be led by the big 6'3", power forward, small forward, center, whatever they want to call her. And Adriana, the team's going to go, everything's going to go through her. She's a junior. DJ, both these young ladies have been starting since they're freshmen. Now you're in your second win. They're starting to figure some things out. I think they'll slide by Edmond Memorial. I think Deer Creek will get the win on that one, Coach.
Okay. I would agree. I'm thinking, Piedmont Mustang, Piedmont was hot for a while. Mustang was struggling early, but now Mustang's kind of got their group. They kind of figured out their roles and their defense and their offense. I think they're a very good team. I thought Mustang did the same thing last year. I thought they came on strong at the end, and made that run in the state finals. So I'm looking at second round matchups. And I'm looking at, and I'm going like Sapulpa and Choctaw we talked about. Norman North UConn's got to play Edmond North, and Edmond North's handled both of those pretty well.
Okay, Coach, time out now.
Yeah.
So who you think wins that game? If you're looking at a first-round matchup, because the loser goes home, you got two good teams that know it real well. Calvin. Is it Calvin?
Who, Kellen?
Yeah. And Roy both know each other real well, Coach. Roy's got a chance to coach, Calvin's daughter, so they know each other's style. UConn has been, they got hot. I thought they was going to be the team that can go into the tournament really, really hot. Lost a tough one against Norman last week. Bonds put up big numbers that had 8 threes, but that can hurt you. But UConn got a great freshman over there in Harris, and I tell you, Paige is playing really good ball. I tell you, if they can get the Kinley girl really, really going, and she can knock down. She's taking about 10 to 15 shots a game. And she can knock down 5 or 6 of them. I really like the big young lady. The young lady, I think she's number 10. She kind of plays a power forward. She's very athletic. If she can get on the boards and do some things, they can be really dangerous. And you still got the one KB. I think they call her KB. KB's a good ball player. She hasn't had probably her best season. She's probably one of the most athletic girls on the team. But like you said, second season, new season, so a lot of things can change, and they can go take care of business. But I might have to get an edge to Norman North because they got a little bit more size. I think people underestimate their 2 guards. I think their 2 guards is good, and he's a great coach. And these guys know each other, kind of like rice and gravy, But I just think that Norman North just has a little bit. But UConn, hey, they fighters, man. They're dogs. They're not gonna back down. So that game can go either way. Like they say, 6-7. It can go either way, Coach.
Yeah, I can't pick a winner in that one. I really can't because I can see whoever's just hitting that night and whoever has their style of play. Roy's running up and down, Kellen bringing it down, running plays, for his daughter, and then you got
post player. You got that big post player, Coach.
You got Juju. You've got Batisti's down there. I think it might be. Oh no, I'm sorry. You got Diaz. Diaz is down there at the post. And you got the big post kid down there, and you
got Big Mike's daughter down there too.
Yeah, you got Jalen down there, and I think the other guard is a kid named Gabby. I think from Norman North. That's a good guard. I think it's their name. Other good guard. So their first 5 are pretty good. But again though, if Roy's getting his chance to run up and down, and Paige is running up and down, and she's hitting jump shots from the outside, are they wearing the zone out? If it's a mismatch, you got a big having a guard Paige out there on the perimeter. So it's a matter of whoever forces their will or their style of play is what I'm gonna go with.
Well, like I said, Harris is averaging over the last 3 to 4 games. He's been averaging over 20 points. One thing I did, I got a chance to get up Sunday morning and I watched him play against Norman, and I'm scratching my head like, how did you get beat by this team? Because it seemed like if you're watching the game, it seemed like UConn. Yes, Norman had the lead, but it seemed like UConn controlled the game. But I guess at the end, I think they got outscored 27-13 in the fourth quarter, so that does hurt because the game was close for a long time. So I don't know what happened in the fourth quarter. I don't know if they ran out of gas. It was senior night, but I just think the girls wasn't. I think they took that game. Hey, we beat them the first time. We beat them at their house. They're gonna come in our house. You got to go play the game, man. You got to tie those shoes up. When you put those sneakers on and you tie them up and you walk out and you slap the backboard or whatever, slapping to get out and go play, you got to be ready to play. And I think they stunk it up because I think they matched up way, way better against Edmond Memorial than they are against Edmond North. Because I just think Norman North just got too much size for UConn. Too much size for UConn. Coach, remember when I said that? Too much size for UConn. And when we come back and then we recap the game, you're going to be like, TJ, you was right.
You are. Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I think whoever gets the force. I don't have the east side.
I got I didn't send that to you, Coach.
You sent me 2 west.
My fault. So I'll jump on the east side right.
I cannot get on the OSA's website. It's like
they got you locked out, Coach. Everybody got PC North. You got PC North jumping off was classing. That just hey, if you a backup player for PC North, you're gonna get to play a lot because that's the game that she can rest her starters and sit them out. Jefferson, I think Jefferson is one of the top players in the state. I don't think they talk about her enough. I know they talk about a lot of girls, but I love this young lady. Got a chance to see her the other night. Really good size. She can do it all. I think she's an all-around player. She gets to the hole. She got great size. She's built. She's a muscly young lady, but she can shoot outside and she gets bored. So I'm going to go and get PC North that all day long. You got Enid and Stillwater. Stillwater's been good. I don't think either one of them got a chance against PC. I don't think they play each other, but I think I'm going to get an edge to Stillwater. Muskogee's a team. They got Ponca City. Wish they're going to knock off Ponca City. Muskogee's a team that gives PC North fits. And I don't know why. I talked to Paige. Congratulations to Paige senior night. Hope she goes do big things. I asked where she's going to try to go play college ball. I think she's going to try to go to school and be a nurse. But, hey, it's okay. Sometimes you got to hang your shoes up. You got to hang them up like we got those hung up and move on to other bigger and better things. Yeah. But I just think that, Muskogee's a good team. but Paige said, man, they're just big and long, so they give PC North fit. So I don't know if Muskoge's going to get to the championship. I think there should be some teams that can knock them off before they get a chance to get there. Then you got to watch some Bartlesville. Bartlesville is a team that I don't know about them, Coach. Sometimes they look really good, and sometimes they look like frozen chicken. They ain't been thawed out, Coach. I don't know what's going on with them, but I'm going to go and get an edge to Wassel because you know why? They got a couple girls. Don't they got that one young lady? What's her name? Maddie what?
They got Maddie Hill.
Maddie Hill. And they got the shot back kid. I know I messed that name up.
Set her back.
Let her back. Hey, you get her hot. She can get hot. Light them up out there. But I'm going to go and get that edge to Wassel. Bartlesville, good luck to the young lady that came on the show. Go do great things over at the Sugar Bears. Send me some of them Sugar Bear cookies you got over there, and I'll be happy. You know, I love these some cookies. All right, Coach. Then you got Bigsby. You got Bigsby and Capitol Hill. We ain't going to talk about that. You already know what's going to happen there. You got Jinx and Moore. Moore, I know you gave Westmore a fight. That was probably your championship game, but hey, good luck to you. We'll hope you see you next season. Hey, hope things get better there and more. Union and Edmond Santa Fe. Santa Fe, I think you're about 2 years away, 5 players away. New coach, but I think, hey, you got a little fight, but I don't think you got enough of them Union because you got them Davis twins, and they want to they was close last year. Yeah. They was close last year to getting there, but Kelly Park said, wait a minute, before I go off to Kansas, let me drop this 3 on you. Ball game.
Yep.
There you go. You got Broken Arrow, Sand Springs. BA all day long, baby. Got a chance to play BA. BA's knocked some people off. That's 6A tough, Coach. I ain't gonna lie. I know I'm in 5A, but that's 6A. You got to tie your shoes up every game. Yeah. You got to tie them up every game. Let me send this to you, though, real quick.
Well, 6A got the shooting guard that y'all had to play. I don't know now off the top of my head, but young lady can shoot the ball.
Any second round matchups you can see that you like?
I haven't seen it yet. I ain't got the bracket.
I'm fixing to send it to you, Coach. We slacking. Well, what about your team, Coach? I know you opened up with Mount St. Mary, a team you beat 50 by the first time, beat them by 10 the second time. What's the girls thinking? Because, I know Mount St. Mary feel good about themselves. Like, hey, man, we lost by 50. We closed the gap, to 10. So what do you think this Saturday is going to be like?
My 3 years at Hera, we've never shot well at Mount St. Mary's. Never. I mean, I don't know if it's the rims are tight. I don't know what it is. We've never shot well. And every time we played them at our place, it's been a flip-flop. So, that's the theory. That's the thing I gave my girls this time was, you've got you're at your place. We've shot well the last couple games, and my deal wasn't the matter of the competition. My deal was find your groove, find your confidence, find your rhythm. And we've done that. We've shot well. Now, it's going to be a little tougher. But again, no, we don't shoot that well in practice sometimes. And so, we're shooting 50%, 60% from three-point range last game. And that's with 5 different players shooting threes. Sailor Eaton had a heck of a week for a senior. She dropped 29, dropped 24, and scored her 1,000 point the other night on Monday. So
that's big time.
I got her. She's feeling good about her shot now. I think she can shoot one from the stands and probably go in. She's feeling so good about her shot. And that's what you want. You want your shooters to feel good, have confidence going into playoffs. And then we've had one young lady who will come back for playoffs. She's a backup post player. She went down with a concussion, trying to take a charge. And, so she'll be back for playoffs. And so we feel pretty good about ourselves. We like our path. When you feel good about your path that you have, maybe to go to state, you feel good about it. Now, if I'm sitting there looking at like Lincoln Christian and Douglas, maybe it's my 1 and 2. Okay, we got to have a perfect game. You got to play 110% and plus. But we got teams that we believe we could beat to get to the state tournament, and that leads on to every game in the playoffs because there is a goal at the end of the line, and you just got to be yourself to play and get there, not have to have a outstanding game to beat some really good teams we have in 4A.
Well, every girl that's going into this tournament is going to be uptight, Coach, because, you start getting that one and done, especially in this 5A, 6A. Yeah. The first game, you one and done. most of these teams should, this favorite to win should win. And you start getting that second round, it's going to be some big time matchups. Hey, you can see you in the loser bracket. Now you got to try to win 2 more.
Yeah.
And then you're going to find somebody that was in that winner's bracket that's going to come down. And 2 things can happen. They can have a hangover and not play good, or they mad at the world and they're going to go out and take it out on you. So those games right there, when you get to that championship game and then you lose, because the winner goes on. They punch their ticket to go to state. But the loser, you got to come back. You got to redeem yourself. And a lot of times these girls, man, they have their head down and they keep it down. And guess what? They don't get a chance to get back up. As the team that you should have beat, punch their ticket. That's why I tell people all the time about Jennifer Douglas. She lost some games, but I tell you, played a couple Friday nights ago. I thought she did a good job doing the things that she did. And so the more Jennifer can dissect you and get you in like a chemistry teacher, she going to find a way to beat you. No, she might not have the top players she had last year, but her girls are going to play hard. And that's all that matters when you get in this new season. Who can play hard? Who can limit the turnovers? Who can limit the not good shots? Who can stop them? Who can go crash the boards? That's what it all comes down to. Who's going to get on the board? Everybody got these teams picked. Half the time the teams that you pick to win it don't usually win it because there's always that upset dog. Coach, you hear that upset dog? That's it.
At your bracket, and we'll get on to that later on, but it's going to happen in 6A same way. If whoever drops that second game cross brackets, and that means you're going to draw somebody in your district.
Yes, sir.
So, and now the problem is somebody in your district already played you twice, maybe more if they've been in the tournament with you.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you stay in your path and your East and West, those are teams that you haven't played before. And so it goes by film concepts. When I play you 3 times, I got a good feel for you now.
Yes, sir.
And so that second game in that round, you better make sure you take care of business, because if you don't, you're going to cross bracket back into your district that you came from, and now you're playing somebody for the 3rd time.
And sometimes they say 3rd time's a charm.
Yeah. Well, I think, you asked me my toughest matchup. I'm going to say it's Muskogee and Owasso in that second round.
Man, that's a tough one, Coach. That's a tough one. I think Muskogee got the link, but if Owasso can do their things, I mean, Maddie Hill, she's tough on the board. She does a lot of great things for them. And then they got the shooter. And they got some other girls around, that can help Owasso. Depends on how the Holmes girls play. If they play good, they're tough to beat, and I think they're still trying to figure each other out. That's why they're up and down. But that's a team that's dangerous because they have played. If they play every game like they play PC North, hey, they're going to find a way to get back to the championship. But I think Owasso, Mr. Holmes, don't get mad at me because I love you, brother. But I think Owasso's going to get the upset right there, Coach. They'll get the upset.
Yeah, I mean, and I would just say that because, I can feel where you're going because of the inconsistency.
Yes, sir.
And trying to figure them out. Now, Owasso, they got a tough job. They got to figure out which team are they playing. They're playing a team that, you kind of like scratch your head. You're playing a team like, wow, this team's good. So you got to figure out which team and that you're playing is showing up. And, it should be a good game. Mr. Holmes have them ready. I mean, the kids want to win, and he's got athletes. And Owasso's solid. So, tell you what, I can't pick one on that one, but, man, that's going to be a good game.
A tough game. Anything else you see, Coach?
Oh, I'm looking. I think Union and Arrow is a good game. I think Bixby and Jinx, I think they probably played each other maybe. So they know each other. Muskogee and Owasso stands out. And then Enid is, they're okay. And Stillwater's the same way. A little bit, I think Stillwater's a little bit better. Has a little more players. They've got the kid, the Murray kid, the shooter, Gracie Murray, and they've got the Moore kid down there at the block area.
Yes, sir.
And they got another, I think they got a little freshman that's pretty good. So they got a little more players. So that second round, man, I'm just telling you, Muskogee, Owasso, and then I don't know. I think the rest of them, I think they play each other, so they're just familiar with each other. So,
yes,
but I don't know who the 4 are. Now I'm gonna tell you, you got Pup North maybe as a favorite. You might have Bixby as the second, Union as the second, and that 4th one could be Muskogee. And it could be Jinx, who plays up and down as well.
I don't think it'd be Jinx, Coach. They're too inconsistent. I mean, I think they've done some good things, knocked off some teams, but when you start talking about Union or Wasso, somebody's not gonna get in, and I would have to not taking that from the Jinx, great football program, but I just don't think they're. I think they're about a year away from being really where they need to be. They're still young, so I'm not going to put them in that matchup to say, hey, they're going to go on. I think they'll get beat. So
I think you got five. I think you got four, and then you got question marks on 5 and 6.
yes, sir.
And and like I said, so you'd have up north, you'd have Union, Bixby is 3, 4. Man, telling you, 4 could be the winner of Owasso and Muskogee, maybe. And then you got Broken Arrow hanging out. Don't overlook Broken Arrow hanging out.
No, you're right. You're exactly right, Coach. I mean, same thing in the top bracket. I had Westmore being a team that can be there and get there, but they're so inconsistent. They can't beat Choctaw. If they run into Choctaw again, they cross bracket, they might get them for the 4th time. I don't know if they will or not. It's funny. I saw the young lady from Choctaw. She watched the show of us talking to Westmore girls, and she said they gave them motivation. So thank you for watching the show and subscribing and liking. But she said that gave her motivation to go beat them. So we stir the pot a little bit over here, Coach. But that's what it's all about. High school girls basketball. We want to stir the pot a little bit.
Yeah. Well, to me, your 4 is Westmore, Mustang, Edmond North, and then man, it could be Choctaws and Popos at 4.
Well, Coach, I'm gonna go on a limb a little bit. I'm gonna go on a limb just a little bit.
All right,
just a little bit.
I
think Norman North gonna sneak in there.
Who?
Norman North, Coach.
All right. Well, Norman North's got to be Edmond North to get that's that second round. They're gonna end up having to play Westmore or Mustang.
I'm telling you, I think they're gonna give them a game. I think, I don't know about Katie though. Katie's team's been playing. I know we ain't talked about this, but Mustang's been playing pretty good. I know a lot of people say, I think Katie's the twins, one of them shooting lights out, man. Every time I see a video, they involved in it. You're not hearing so much about Maya, and she's the type of young lady that can turn that switch on in playoffs, because you're going to see a lot of girls, man, especially these senior girls. They're going to step up because they don't want to be their last game on the floor, so they're going to step up. So, I mean, don't count Mustang out, because Katie's a good coach and she knows what to do with these girls. But
well, we talking about a freshman now. Her 6'1" freshman is averaging double-double down there.
CC playing. That's what I'm saying, Coach. You can't cut them out. You got to play a big a little bit, and you get in the playoff. One, you get it inside, it slows it down, and there's a miss. It's not a long miss, and I think that's what going back to the Colorado River City game. They did a better job, because I tell you, when you let Brooklyn get out and get going is when she's dangerous. If you ain't shooting out a bunch of threes and they getting them long rebounds and getting out, now it's a foot race. But I think that's what Katie can. I mean, what Katie can do, she can go inside with CC, and then if Maya really want to go inside, she can get inside too herself. So I think CC's a top freshman that people don't talk about. So keep your eye on this young lady over at Mustang, a big time player. I think by the time she leaves Mustang, she's gonna have 10 to 15 D1 offers, probably some power forwards, some mid majors, but people's gonna come get her because, one, she got good feet and she shoot free throws pretty good for big, and she's just a freshman, Coach. Freshman.
Yes. Well, it should be interesting. We find out next Thursday. We get kicked off.
Well, folks, we're gonna come again on Saturday morning. We're gonna probably drop a little bit more. We just want to give you something to taste a little bit, get you ready for high school playoffs that starts this weekend. Like I said, it starts with the Class 4A, 3A, 2A. I know they're talking about Dell. I saw somebody post a picture today about Dell, girls and boys with it. I know Forsyth is his last year. I know he want to go out a bang, and before he heads off to Tulsa. So I know we kind of talked about the boys, but I'll just tell you right now, Dell's a team. I think they can do it. The girls are pretty good. They won a tournament of champions. They played some good competition from 5A to 6A. So they've proven themselves they can win. I think they only got one loss this year.
No.
They lose again?
Remember, they got beat by Fairview, who is
Fairview. You're right, Coach. I did miss that, Fairview. But everybody's giving the girls a trophy already. They already handed them a trophy. But Fairview, you're right, Coach. You're right. But I think that I don't know how it matches up in brackets. I don't have it in front of me. But I don't think they probably wouldn't meet each other to the championship, right?
Well, I wouldn't think so. But like I said, though, we talk about Dell, beating higher ranked teams in their one loss coming to Washington. But they got beat by 2A team. So that's an alert that, you know what? It could happen. I mean, it could be a matchup that a team that beat them earlier and I think played them close the first game by 9. They played each other twice.
Yes, sir.
And so, it makes 2A a little interesting. Don't give it away yet. Don't give it away.
Okay, I won't give it away yet. But I think I think Dale's still gonna be front runner. But you got Skylar, and you got the young lady inside that's tough as nails, man. I think she's one of the top post players in her class. I know she don't get a lot of recognition because she's over there and she's probably a little bit undersized, but she plays bigger than what she is. She reminds me of a Charles Barkley. She's good on the boards and she finds a way to put the ball in the hole, and that's all that matters. I know people love the three. She ain't got to shoot the three because she can get you 20 down there and then 10 rebounds and then get you another 5 offense for a total of 15 rebounds. And those putbacks that she's getting on the offensive side of the ball or kicking it out to Addie or, and the bash young lady that can knock down the three. So I think that makes them dangerous because these girls who play against 6A teams, they're not scared. They'll come knock you off. They did it in the college, the tournament of champions, knocked off Carl Albert, turned around and knocked off Bigsby, then turned around and knocked off Union. So that tells you right there they can play. Fairview caught them. Hey, but they might have been overlooking Fairview, but I guarantee it ain't going to happen again, Coach. It ain't going to happen again.
Nope, but it'll be a good game, though.
It will be a good game. Well, folks, like I said, we can talk all night, but, we got to get some sleep. I'll see Coach tomorrow night. I'm going to go catch the Bigsby Mustang game. I know this game probably don't really mean nothing, but it's 2 teams getting tuned up for the playoff, and that's what it's all about. You can sit at home on your hands and watch film, but, hey, the best thing to do is they got them play against good competition, and these 2 teams ain't scared because they can see each other down the road here in a few weeks, but they both going to kick it off, and then you have Carl Albert boys taking on Mustang boys. Mustang boys put the beat down on Carl Albert boys. I know Coach Price and his staff is ready to get a second chance at these guys, but hey, it's time you can sit some babies down too and rest them, so you can see that. But hey, you know what time it is. I love you folks. Like I said, you're gonna catch us all playoffs on OSCN Sports. Thank Jordan and those guys, man. They're gonna be giving us shout outs, talking about Oklahoma High School Girls Between the Lines. And letting me know. Look, like and subscribe. This is when you're going to catch the hottest high school girls basketball. We're going to talk about all the teams, give them a little bit of rundown. Can't talk about everybody, but we're going to talk about the ones that mean something to it because you all mean something. But some of you going home on the first night or maybe the second night. Coach, I love you. I'll catch you tomorrow on Oklahoma High School Girls Basketball Between the Lines with man Coach V. Talking 6A high school girls basketball. We'll see you on Saturday. See ya. Yes, folks. Have a good boy. Yeah. Out.
We'd like to thank the following sponsors: Above the Line Hoops, Prep Girl Hoops, Keep It 100, and for the latest in high school girls basketball action, check out the podcast on YouTube at Oklahoma High School